is required in any profession or in any workplace when we are working in a professional environment. So we need a set of manners that are required to be professional or behave professionally. Secondly, a code that governs the expectations of social behavior in a workplace. So this is clear, I guess, that this is basically we can say that a code that governs this expectation.
Please expand the slides. Kindly maximize the slides.
Slides. Okay.
Yes. Thanks.
Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, so when we're working in a professional workplace or somewhere in the office, so there are some expectations of social behavior. So that is a code that governs those expectations of that workplace or that profession, basically. So we can say that the business etiquette is basically nothing but it's just a set of manners, right? And then we have business etiquette is not only about the spoken word, it also encompasses overall demeanor and nonverbal cues. So what is the meaning of demeanor? It can be any attitude, it can be any behavior, and what is the cue? Any signal or any, we can say that, sign. So business etiquette is not only about the spoken word. So it's not just the words we speak, it's also the behavior or signs or signals that we use, our gestures, our body language. It can be anything like that. So it is about dressing and having an appearance that would not be offensive and comfortable for others in the workplace. So basically, it also includes the outer appearance and we can say that the other conduct as well that we are having in a workplace, in a professional environment. So there is no universal agreement about the standard work etiquette, which may vary from one environment to another. Yes, so that's very important, because when we are working in some office and then we're switching to another company, and then what happens that there are different environments in every company and it varies from company to company. So we cannot say that every company follows such behaviors or such environment or such code of conduct. It can vary from company to company. But there are some common etiquettes that we're going to see and have a look at in the next slides. Okay, so importance of business etiquette. Let's have a look at what is the importance. Why is business etiquette important? Yes, so that's an important question as well. Business etiquette is important because it creates a professional, mutually respectful atmosphere and improves communication. Okay, so when we are working in an office or in a company, so we have to just behave really mindfully, we can say that deliberately, and we have to be very careful about some things. So when we are following those etiquettes, so we are looking more professional, we are going to stand out, and that's the main importance of the business etiquette. So people feel better about their jobs when they feel respected, and that translates into better customer relationships as well. Yeah, so that is clear that people are going to feel better about their jobs and when they're feeling respected and when others are respecting them because of their good conduct, and that translates into better customer relationship as well. So when we are building customer relationship, it's really important to follow these business etiquettes in order to get more stronger relationships with our customer. Improving your business etiquette can have a positive impact on your career. Better job opportunities, stand out in crowd, better PR, and more. Okay, so it can improve your well, when you're improving your business etiquette, when you're working on yourself, when you're grooming yourself, and you're learning about the business etiquette, so it will have a really positive and really good impact on your overall career as well. You're going to have more and better job opportunities, you're going to stand out in the crowd, and your personal relationships will be better. Okay, So next is people like to be around you and work with you. Yeah, that's really, I can say that relevant to other important points discussed above. That people are gonna love you, people are gonna like you, and people are gonna be very feel really comfortable around you, and they would like to work with you. The person who has a good conduct and who follows etiquette. So there are some common etiquette that every, we can say, company or every industry follows. There are some specific common etiquettes as well. You're gonna have a look at it. Yeah. So common business etiquettes are: business etiquette demands that each person dresses and conducts themselves professionally. Be mindful to pick up cues from those with whom one works with. So this is really clear that when you're working in an environment, you're new to that environment, and that's totally professional environment. So you have to dress really nicely. You have to look nice. You have to dress professionally. Basically, you don't have to just put on layers and layers of the clothes to look nice. You just have to look professional, and you have to dress in order to look professional. Be mindful to pick up cues from those with whom one works with. Okay, so when you're working with a team and you're new somewhere, you're going to a company that's environment is totally new to you and you're not familiar with their environment. So you're gonna look at the other people, your teammates, that you have to pick up cues. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया that cues are, अब मैं इसको उर्दू में भी कर रही हूँ क्योंकि आयशा ने मुझे कहा है कि उनको नहीं समझ आता. So what are the cues? Some signs or some signals from your teammates or from your co-workers that are gonna help you to dress up properly or professionally. You can look at them and you can learn from them that how they're dressing up. So be punctual for meetings, arriving at the office, and other such behaviors that will not have people waiting for you, respecting the space and time for others. Okay, so this is very clear. I don't think कि मुझे इसको explain करने की ज़रूरत है, but still, इसके अंदर ये है कि you have to respect the time of others. You have to respect the space of others. कि अगर आपने किसी को you are scheduling a meeting and you're late, like you're 10 minutes late or 15 minutes late, you're basically disrespecting the other person, and that's really, we can say that, unprofessional, and you're gonna look very unprofessional, and that's gonna just that's just gonna have a negative impact on your overall personality, on your total conduct. We can say that you're gonna look so unprofessional to the other person, and you're disrespecting the other person as well. So you have to respect their space and time to look professional. And then business etiquette also includes maintaining professionalism and proper conduct when communicating with people through virtual communication channels. Social media, email, online chats, and other such virtual communication are now indispensable in business relations. Okay, so it also includes something like some social media or email, or we can say that different communication channels or different communication ways that we are having right now. And during the pandemic, we have to be like communicating, and we are communicating virtually. We are having virtual meetups, and like right now we are having a Google Meet virtual meetup. So the virtual communication also, it has really, we can say that, really important in order to look professional. If you're not having a good conduct in virtual communication, or you're not having a good conduct in writing an email, you cannot write it professionally, or you cannot chat professionally, you're gonna look very unprofessional. It's gonna have a negative impact on your client, customers, or anyone, or your co-workers or your teammates. So virtual communications are now indispensable. Indispensable means here it means like it's crucial, or it's really important, and it's necessary in business relationships. So we can say that, yeah, right now during the pandemic, it's indispensable, virtual communication. So making good and lasting impressions is also a big part of business etiquette. So A careless and untidy appearance make people believe that the company overall operates in this fashion, and that could result in lost business. Okay, so when you're going out and you're representing your company and you're looking untidy and you're not dressing properly and you're dressing unprofessionally, so it will have a overall really negative impact on the other person or the other professional you're working with or the coworker, or basically here it's about the representation of your company or your business. So when you're representing a company, so you have to, or when you're working inside the company, you have to always look professional and dress professionally. Unprofessional conduct. So that was the professional conduct that we discussed in the previous slide, that there are some common etiquettes that we have to follow. Now we're going to have a look at the unprofessional conduct that could just have a negative impact on your co-workers or your customers. Unprofessional conduct. Well, it is that failing to display proper business etiquette won't help your career. Okay, when you're not displaying a proper business etiquette, you can fail in your career. But engaging in unprofessional conduct could result in losing a promotion or even your job. Okay, so you may also lose a chance to be promoted or to be promoted to a good post, or maybe you might also lose your job because there are some more professional people working with you and they're going to stand out and you're going to be left behind. So never engage in the following inappropriate behaviors. There are some behaviors here that they are mentioned, basically I mentioned. So they're really inappropriate and you would never ever have to do these things that I'm going to tell you. Engaging in unethical practices such as misusing company funds. When you're having some funds that are not belonging to you, that are belonging to your company, and you're working in some cash or accounts department, so you don't have to misuse those funds. That is very clear. I guess everyone knows that. And then showing a lack of respect to superiors, peers, or subordinates. So as we discussed in the meeting as well, in the core team meeting, that you have, when you're working with your team, you are a good team player, so what you have to do, you have to respect others, whether they're your superiors or upper management or the people who are working under you, or your peers, the teammates or co-workers you're working with. So using foul language. So you don't have to misbehave or use foul language or bad language with your co-workers. Even though you're angry, you have to be patient. Complaining publicly about your organization or supervisor. Okay. आयशा, अगर आपको कुछ मुश्किल हो रही है तो प्लीज़ आप मुझे बता दें. I think कि मैं बहुत ही easy यूज़ कर रही हूँ words. Complaining publicly about your organization supervisor. So this is also clear that you don't have to complain about your organization or your company or your supervisor or anyone publicly. Or if you have any complaint, go to them directly and have some discussion in private, and that would be better. Engaging in divisive gossip. Okay, so when you're engaging in such gossip that are just dividing your group you're dividing the team into groups. Yeah, when they're dividing the teams into groups and you're just having some politics in your team and you're not being we can say that mindful or deliberate while talking, so it can have a really bad impact on your team as well, and they're gonna break into different groups, and it's gonna have a really bad impact on your company, on yourself, on your conduct, everything. So violating confidentiality. Okay, confidentiality is like when you are violating, when you have some confidential some documents or some kind of information that is confidential and you are just leaking it out to other people that are not concerned to that, and some teammates or someone like out of your company or anyone that should not have that. information. So there is also a, you can say that, unprofessional conduct. But everyone knows, I think these are some unprofessional conducts that everyone knows, but there are some other conducts as well that you have to follow, and we're going to have a look at them. Common courtesy. Okay. So common courtesy, there are some common things that you do in courtesy with your team or your teammates or your other co-workers. Examples of courteous behavior include, so we can say that these are good examples of business etiquette, and you have to follow these and not follow the slide. I told you these are the unprofessional behavior. Using please and thank you as appropriate. When you're talking to someone and you use two words, please and thank you, so it will have a really good impact on the other person, and you're going to look more professional as well. Addressing others using Mr., Mrs., Ms., or Miss, Mistress, we can say, unless otherwise requested. Okay, so if the person you're talking to doesn't like to be called Mr. or Mrs. or Miss, you can just call their name. It's fine, but in the professional environment, you have to address them with a title of Miss, Mistress, Mrs. or Mr. Speaking clearly and distinctly while using a pleasant tone of voice. Okay, so that is also important, that the person who's listening to you can hear you properly and your voice is clear, your words are not just murmuring, you are speaking clearly, not an ambiguous voice, or we can say that you are having a really good overall communication skills. You have really good communication skills, and you know how to speak clearly and how to engage your customers and how to have a pleasant tone of voice as well. You don't have to shout out, you don't have to be too low, or you don't have to speak in a really fast pace. We can say that a medium tone with a medium pace. Maintaining eye contact. Okay, so that is also really important, and I don't think that I have to explain this. Smiling and offering a firm handshake when meeting someone new. Yes, that is also very important. So we cannot follow, girls cannot, females cannot follow this in Pakistan. This is not the culture of Pakistan, but everywhere else in the foreign countries, male and female, they just smile and offer a firm handshake when they're meeting or leaving. So writing thank you notes and letters of appreciation, congratulation, and condolence as appropriate. So when you're inviting someone, or when someone is doing something that is beneficial for the company, and someone is performing really well, so you have to write a letter of appreciation, and you have to write a letter thank you note, or you can also congratulate on their accomplishments, and as well as if someone has any loss or some death in their circle, you can do condolence as well, and that if that's appropriate. What is business English? Okay, so here the business English part is starting, and I think that we have Asad with us, and he has told that ma'am, I can do it, and I'm gonna explain the business English. So Asad, if you can hear me, can you join me now?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, are you willing to do that?
Shall I start?
Yes, please.
This is Asad Kareem, Head of Administrator and AI Solutions. Basically, question is that why we are learning basic business English. What is the reason behind? Can anybody have any idea? Hello, I'm audible to everyone?
Yes, Asad, you are.
Yes. I am asking to the members that why we are learning business English. What is the reason behind that? If this is our second class, so I want to know the reason why we are learning business English.
In my opinion, Asad, we are trying to enhance or increase our business. So we in this field we have to learn business English, business vocabularies, so we can work in a business environment or deal a customer very well. So in this case, we have to learn business English as well.
Any other?
To make our communication better and better.
Who is this, please?
This is Umar.
Yes.
Umar Nasir.
Can you explain more, Umar?
Yes, I am asking that to everyone. This is a general question to everyone that we are here. We are taking almost 1 hour class, and I am asking why. What is the reason behind why AISOL solution is teaching the business English to their members, to their students? What is the reason behind that? Hello, am I audible?
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Yes, you are audible, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So
in my
can you tell me
opinion,
what is it?
yes, sir, I am speaking. In my opinion, it shows more. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yes. In my opinion, it shows more proficiency.
It shows more proficiency, right?
Yes.
Some other from our members? Hello?
Sir, sorry to say, but can you please continue?
Yes, I am going to continue, but I just want to clear something now. Why we are here and what is the reason behind it, to understand or to learn the business English. Because if we are going somewhere for learning artificial intelligence or web development, right? So only why AISOL solution is telling business English first, then we move to the robotics or artificial intelligence. What is the reason behind it? The reason is that
for good impression.
For good impression.
Sir, I think business has its own rules and regulations. That's why we are learning business English.
Good, very good. Now, I'm going to tell you why we are learning business English, right? Basically, the thing is that artificial intelligence and robotics and web development, these type of things are related to business, right? Everyone will think that if I become the data scientist or data engineer or robotic engineer or web and application engineer, I will do business. So when you do business, you need to talk. You need to talk, and when you need to talk, you must know how to speak. For example, right now I am speaking, right? I am speaking a journal English, right? But when you asking or when you having a conversation with your client, when you have a meeting with your client, you must know the ethics of business English. You know how to talk, how to write, how to emails, right? How to emails, how to participating actively, how to present your words, how to get focused by your client. So these are the things which is main focused on any engineer. Whatever he belongs to robotics, he belongs to data scientist, he's a web and application. So that is most important thing we should learn business English for enhance our business, for boost our business. Understand what I'm trying to say?
Sorry to interrupt you, sir, but should I stop sharing my slides?
Yes, ma'am. You can stop your slide.
Sir, I have a question.
Thank you.
Yes.
Sir, if I'm a developer, then why should I learn business English? My work is to developing and coding. So what's the reason that I should learn business
Very
English?
nice question. Very nice question. I will give you the answer. Listen, you are the developer, right? You are working in some organization, right? Or you are working in a freelancer, right? But sometimes you think that you will own, inshallah, you will own your own company. You will run your own startup, right? So some delegates will come to meet you. You will go to the some delegate to meet. You will talk some clients. So if you don't know how to write a business way, how to speak in a business way, so what will impact you get from him, or what impact he will get from you? So that is a man. You have to learn. You must write a business English. You must speak in a English in a business way. So that is a very important thing, both of sides, clients and engineers.
Was he a freelancer, Asad?
I don't know his freelancer. He just asked a simple question. Why
What was
we
the question? What was the question, Asad?
question is that why he is saying that I am a developer, so why should I learn the basic business English? He is a developer, and why he should learn the business English? That is the question.
Okay, please answer.
I told him he is a developer. Now, for example, he is working in some organization, right? He is working in some company, or he is a freelancer, right? In future, he will going to make his own startup. He will going to start his own company. So he needs to talk to the big business clients who give him business from foreign. So he must talk to the English. And English, that's not a general English. The English must be in business. How to write, how to talk. So these are the things.
Yes, even a developer needs to be
Huh?
professional, needs to communicate in a professional way. Whether he is a freelancer, he can go for a job interview. Wherever he's going, he should be working in some professional environment, in some company as well. So wherever he goes, he has to improve his skills or enhance the business English skills as well. And it would be really helpful for everyone
Hello,
in the
Assalamualaikum.
industry.
I have a question, ma'am.
Yes, Walaikum Salam.
Yes. Who am I talking to?
Asad,
Oh, Mr. Asad. Yes. Actually, I asked you a question in chat about that how business is involved in robotics and AI.
Yes, who was asking the question?
Mr. Jawad Malik is asking a question: how robotics and AI in involved in business development?
Because the robotics, you can say that if you're working in any industry, Mr. Jawad, it is required to improve the business skills or your etiquettes or English, because you have to work in a professional environment. Whether you're working on robotics, whether you're running a robotics company, or you're a developer, we can say that you're a freelancer. You have to communicate to clients. You have to be interacting with your international or foreign customers as well. You can be interacting with your co-workers. You could be interacting with your teammates. You could be going for an interview. It can be really helpful in any way. Any other question, or should we continue, Mr. Asad?
Yes. Should we start?
Yes, please, if you think that you're going to do it. Yeah, as you told me that I have to conduct this session, so I have allowed you to do it. You can.
Then we have types of business English. We have three concepts in training. We
We
will
can
give
have
you
your
three.
side, Asad.
Okay, ma'am. I am showing the slides as well. Okay. Just 1 minute, ma'am. Now my slides are showing. Now
Yes.
can you see the slides? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, that's all.
My slides are visible?
Yes, it's visible. Sir.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So we have three concepts during the training. We shall learn three concepts during the training. The first one is written. The second one is verbal. The third one is professionalism. So the most the most common and important thing is these questions, right? What questions we ask? What questions we ask to the customer? What questions can somebody ask from us, right? So first we have open-ended questions. In open-ended questions, you know that a question is open-ended. When you hear one that begins with a question for who, what, when, where, how. An open-ended question is like you just ask to the people to get people to talk, right? But you do not know how long their answer will be, right? Whenever you ask a question from someone, but you don't know the answer, how long it will be, वो कितना बड़ा हो सकता है आंसर, कितना lengthy वो जवाब दे सकता है इसमें. But if you are running the meeting, अगर आप कोई मीटिंग रन कर रहे हैं, तो ये आपको जहन में रखना है कि आपका जो आप एक टाइम सेट लिमिट कर देंगे, इस लिमिट के अंदर आपने आंसर देना है.
असद, मैं आपको इंटरप्ट कर रहा हूँ, माफ कीजिएगा. ये हम पहले डिस्कस कर चुके हैं मेरे ख्याल से एक सेशन में.
यस, हम इसको रिवीजन कर रहे हैं, हम इसको डिस्कस करते हैं. वी हैव डिस्कस सिर्फ रिवीजन क्लास की जो नई चीज थी वो मैडम ने बता दी है, तो हम इसको सिर्फ रिवीजन कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि रिवीजन करेंगे तो थोड़ा सा एंड में क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन रखेंगे, तो जिसकी कोई प्रॉब्लम होगी वो हमें बता सकेंगे.
ठीक,
राइट. सो वी हैव सम एग्जांपल्स ऑफ ओपन एंडेड क्वेश्चन. किसी का कोई सवाल हो वो अभी से पूछ सकता है, बीच में कोई चीज समझ में ना आ रही हो, उर्दू में इसलिए ट्रांसफर कर लिया कि मिस आयशा भी कह रही थी कि उर्दू में कुछ समझ में आ जाए, तो अगर किसी ने कोई सवाल पूछना हो तो वो पूछ सकता है. सबके लिए ये ओपन है. So open-ended questions, these questions require people to give an answer that goes beyond people saying yes or no. Here is just an example. Understand what is open-ended question? किसी को समझ में नहीं आया वो पूछ सकता है अभी. Is it understandable to everyone?
Yes.
All right.
Sir, I have seen this.
I didn't get my answer actually.
You get your answer?
No, I didn't.
So what's your question?
It's mentioned in chat, and I also asked you.
So madam already replied you, Miss Mariam Jamshed already. You are Jawad Malik?
Yes, I'm Jawan Malik.
Yes, madam, asking that how robotics and AI will help you in business communications. Can you please give him the answer?
I've already replied him, but still, if he wants explanation, I can explain, Mr. Jawad. I think your connection was lost, and you had left the meeting, so you could not hear me. Is this
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Mr. Jawad, when you're working in any industry, whether it be robotics, whether it be AI, or any other subfield of AI, you have to work somewhere. Is it correct? You're going to work somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? Yes, right?
Yes, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
when you're working in any professional environment, it would be a professional environment. So when you're working in any professional environment, in any industry, you have to be interacting and you have to be communicating in a professional manner. And when you're not following the professional manner, when you're not following the business etiquette or proper business English, you're going to be left behind and you're not going to stand out in the crowd, or you might also lose your job, as was told before. And it can have a really negative impact on your personality or maybe your overall conduct as well. So it is crucial, and we can say that indispensable for every industry, in every profession, every job. Because you might be interacting, if you're a freelancer, you might be interacting with international clients, you might be interacting with foreigners. So you have to improve your
I get it.
right? And if you're
Yeah.
working in a
Yeah.
common company or in any office, you have to be interacting with or communicating with other people, or your co-workers or your superiors or upper management. So you have to improve the skills in any way. You have to do it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I hope I've answered your question.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now we have an example of like open-ended questions. Right? For example, a list of goals or sell strategies. Right? You may want to narrow the list down to the best option. Then using the question word which, so he's asking like which goal should we be trying to accomplish this quarter, or which sales strategy will be most effective. So definitely in both questions we cannot answer in a yes or no. Understand what I'm trying to say? इन दोनों सवालों में हमारा आंसर हाँ है और ना में नहीं हो सकता. हमें स्ट्रेटजी बतानी है और हम अपने गोल बताने कि हम क्या क्या अकम्प्लिश करके हम कंप्लीट किस क्वार्टर में कर सकते हैं. तो एक ये होते हैं ओपन एंडेड क्वेश्चन. किसी को कोई सवाल है इससे रिलेटेड, ओपन एंडेड क्वेश्चन से रिलेटेड?
I think असल में हमें ये थोड़ा जल्दी मूव करना चाहिए. इसके बारे में मैं पहले एक्सप्लेन कर चुकी हूँ. तो आप टाइम भी कम है तो आप इसको जल्दी रिवाइज करा दो प्लीज.
Secondly, we have close-ended questions come with 3 warnings. Choose the timing of close-ended questions and the number you ask wisely. Asking too many of these questions can frustrate the meeting participant or cause them not to come forward with ideas. Secondly, realize that such questions may move the group in a direction that you want to go, but the group may not agree with your direction. If enough people seem to agree, other with valid points that are opposed to your ideas may simply go along just because they are in the minority. Okay, critical questions. In rhetorical questions, if one of the people already know the answer, so why should you ever ask one? This question type help make a point or show that you are right about something. People often use them to make an argument about something they want others to agree with. These are the questions which rhetorical questions may be asked. Do we want to have a good Christmas season or not? You may answer yes or no. But we know we spend our Christmas season is good. Wouldn't it be great if we increase sales this season or prove the listing wrong? Definitely yes. Yes is the answer. We know the answer is yes. Isn't Mary a great addition to our team? Don't you love that way she always comes to meeting prepared? She cuts right the chairs, doesn't she? Wouldn't it be great to have more people on our team? Means के हमें आंसर पता होता है, हमें एक चीज का पता होता है कि हाँ या ना में इसका जवाब यही है, लेकिन फिर भी हम ये सवाल करते हैं क्योंकि ये बिजनेस की रिक्वायरमेंट है कि हर जगह हमने पूरी अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है सबको बात करनी है और हमने अपनी बात भी कहनी है और दूसरों को भी सुननी है. Now we are going to combine the both open-ended and ended and rhetorical questions at the same time. Sometimes you need to combine the two types or maybe all types according to the situation. For example, in a situation where you really want to avoid misunderstanding, use a combination of closed-ended and open-ended question. First use the open-ended question to probe and find out the problem is. How do you know that this is the best form of security for our system? Business English vocabulary. Vocabulary is the most important thing in a language. If you know very much vocabulary, so you can speak very well English. Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship means the activity of setting up a business. Who is entrepreneur? A person who starts a business willing to risk loss and succeed. What is a startup? A business that never existed before. Vocabulary. Clause. First we have a business law and clause. In business law, the noun clause refers to the statement or term in the contract. Second is null and void. The phrase null and void refers to the contract or clause that is invalid, non-binding, or which has no legal force. Competitor. The noun competitor refers to the another business that is trying to perform better than your business and other in the same market. Counter offer. A counter offer is an offer you make in response to an offer made by the other party. If you are unhappy with an offer someone has made to you, you make a counter offer. कोई आपको कोई ऑफर देता है, आपको वो समझ में नहीं आती तो आप उसको काउंटर ऑफर देते हैं अपनी बात रखने के लिए. Consensus. The noun consensus refers to an idea or opinion that is being agreed on by everyone. एक ऐसा आइडिया होता है और एक ऐसा ओपिनियन है जो जिसको सब लोग एग्री कर जाते हैं. Visual aid. Visual aid like things, charts, pictures, map, etc. that make it easier for your audience to understand something. You commonly use visual aid if you are giving a presentation or you are in a meeting. For example, right now what I am doing is visual aids. Tell me the, all right, null and void. If we have questions until last minute. Yes, Ms. Mariam. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. So, it's the meaning of null and void. Should I ask for anyone?
Yes, you may ask.
Yes, ma'am. So, anybody tell me what is the meaning of null and void in the term of business? Can anybody tell me? Hello? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please can you tell me null and void? What is the meaning of null and void in a business term? Hello? Madam, no one is going to respond.
People answering you in the chat. Okay, thank you Asad. Thank you for time. आपने मेरी help की और आपने आज revision दे दिया और ये present की slides. Thank you for time and thank you everyone. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer. Otherwise, I'm going to end the meeting. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.